FIFA 22 video. Today I'll be showing you how you can take advantage of the 75 plus player pick and how you can make profit by mass bidding on a hell of a lot of cards. Ideally League SBC cards because they tend to go for a little bit more because obviously they're needed in a number of different places, whether it's here in the player picks or whether it's in the League SBCs or whether it's in anything that EA release in the live section. Now, because of that, certain leagues are going for more. So first of all, what I recommend doing is picking a league that you want to go to and you want to look at. Now, I just will start for the Premier League because generally it's the Premier League golds that do go up a little bit more. So I'll go to there and I'll go, how much are the buy nows? Are they going for 1k? Okay, yes they are. Are they going for 850? They are basically insta selling at around 850. Is there potential to get 900 coins for them? I would say yes for the majority of cards, especially defenders and goalkeepers, because I don't tend to see them there, and I don't tend to see them there. So I know that they will go for a little bit more. So like I always say, just double check on a few prices when you pick up players through bidding. Now, obviously you want to be picking these cards up for around 650, 700. Now there is the option to do some sniping on this as well. So if you want to switch it up and do sniping, you absolutely can. I would then just go through and bid on each card for around 650. So obviously I've told you before, if you're doing this on web app, you can literally type in the price, obviously copy and paste it, do a make bid, and then go on to the next one. And it may be worth just sort of copy and pasting it in. Now do this reasonably slowly because you will at times maybe accidentally overbid. So for example, if you accidentally press copy and paste twice, it will copy in that figure there and it will put in 9,900 bid, and which obviously you don't want to put on there. So just make sure that the bids are matching of only 650 and that they go through. Right, now there's obviously some rares here like defenders for 700. I'll definitely put a bid on defenders that may be rare or even not rare, just any type of defender. Make sure you put bids on them because they are going for more, as we saw when we did our buy nows. We look at the players, we see what kind of players are in there, and we make sure that we're picking them up. And now it's likely that we'll get outbid on a fair amount of these cards, but obviously that is the reason why you sort of mass bid. You put loads of bids on, you're not expecting to win every single card, and yeah, you basically just go out there like that and make sure that you are putting no more than 650 coins on this, because obviously the profit margins aren't there and you will essentially lose coins. Now obviously if you want to do this complementing the League SBC grind, you can also keep doing this until you win sort of 50 cards into your watch list, and then you can obviously keep some for yourself to put in the League SBC grind, or you can implement out. Now it does look like the Premier Leagues are quite popular at the moment, so obviously if that is the case, obviously we're not going to win a lot of these. If you want to go to 700, you potentially can. It just means the coin profits aren't as great in terms of that. But let's just try 700, see if we win a few more. If we do, then we know that's the kind of the bidding range that we have to go at to win these players, and then we obviously know that we'll have to sort of pick up more to make a better type of profit on these cards. Now, yeah, it does look like everyone's bidding 700 on these, which is why we were getting outbidded. Now this does change throughout the day. When there's more listings, it's more likely that you'll be able to pick up a lot of these cards at 650. I'm doing this around 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and so the card range, it probably isn't great. However, it obviously will depend on what console you're on. If you're on PS4 or 5, there is more players in the market, which means there's more players to bid on, which makes it easier for you guys to pick up these players compared to me, who's on Xbox, where the competition's a little bit higher and harder to pick up. So I'm just going to go through here all and copy and paste it to 700, so we've got that now secured, and make sure that we continue putting these bids on, and then we'll have a look in a second to see how we got on and whether it is worth continuing with the Premier League or whether we move on to another league where there's less competition. And like I said, that will change throughout the day, and that's up to you. If you're noticing you are getting outbidded, just move to another league and try that league and go from there. But just make sure that you are checking the buy nows, because they will change from league to league depending on how popular it is. Obviously with this league you get a 50k pack from the League SBC, and obviously Prem players just in general are a bit more popular, even these sort of lower cards. And obviously the chemistry, there's more options in this league compared to other leagues, so obviously people buy them just for filling out their squads for them SBC challenges, whether that's marking matchups or whatever it is. So just be careful in that sense, and yeah, we'll go from there, and we'll see how we got on. So we haven't bid on 50. Obviously, we've got about 40 there. It looks like we're winning a lot more now at 700. So again, we've adapted, and that's what you've got to do on these methods. You've got to adapt to work out what the price is that you can pick these up for, and it looks like 700 is kind of the price. Now there's quite a few bids going on here, so we are getting outbid on a fair few, but I would say, if you're winning, say, sort of like 9 or 10 for every 40, 50 bids you put on, then you're doing reasonably well, and you only have to repeat that 4 or 5 times to match out your watch list. You then get obviously 500 players, 500, you get 50 players. If you're picking them up at the minimum, obviously 700, so 50 times 700, it's 35k that you have to put into it. Then obviously, if you're selling on for the lowest, so obviously there will be players that go for more, so the profit margins here will be a lot more. You times that by 0.95 to take away the EA tax. You're then left with 807 coins. You take away the 650 that you put in. So for every card that you're selling on, you're at least getting 157 coins, which obviously for many cards, you'll be able to grind an extra 50, 60, 70 coins, depending on how much you're selling on for. So just like I said, just check them. And then if you're timesing that by 50, your profit from doing the 50 is a guaranteed easy 7,000 coins, which obviously, if you want to do it this way, you might want to keep repeating this until you get to a point where you've made, 30, 40,000 coins. And then once you've done that, you can then go, right, I'm going to go out and buy everything I need from one of these lower leagues. So I find for me, Liga MX is really, really cheap. If I made profit over here in doing the mass bidding, picking up, did that repeatedly for 2 or 3 times, made say 30k, I know that I can get that league done for around sort of 10k every time, as long as I'm selling a few little bits and bobs in here to recoup some coins back, while also getting the rare election packs to save for Team of the Year. Or, if I want to open it for fodder because there's a player out that I want, I can do so really easily. And then also, if you're getting any dupes, obviously, from these untradable packs, don't discard them. Just put them back into the 75 plus player pick, and then get an extra bit of fodder there, or an extra card that will help you complete another League SBC. And that's the grind that I'm doing at the moment. It's really, really good. I haven't been probably making enough profit recently since I packed Maradona. My coins should be a lot higher. I've been lazy and I've just been buying a lot without doing much trading because I have so many coins, and I don't tend to buy any players for my squad with coins. I just kind of grind League SBCs and use the players I get to complete SBCs for cards that I want, so Salah, Ronaldo, etc. And then be lucky and pack a Van Dijk, for example, from the League SBC Grind, or an Mbappe, or one of these cards like Traoré or whatever when he was out. And then obviously be able to complete all this sort of stuff down here as well. So yeah, coins to me are just there so that I'm able to do these types of things and have fun on the game and open packs constantly and build up my club. We're on around 1,353 players. I will have to go through this and selling a lot of players that are tradable. The same as well, I'd say to you, if you are doing this grind, then obviously make sure that you are checking the players you're putting in because some will actually go for more. For example, again, like this Sergio Roberto is going to go for around 2k. So make sure that you are checking these prices and you can list them up, because obviously there's not a League SBC out for him. For some reason he's up, we need to get rid of him, we make them coins back, we'll pick up at a later date where he probably goes for a lot less for a pack, or we'll pack him untradable eventually. So it's definitely worth always checking into your club. Even if you're looking into like silvers, for example, there is sometimes silvers that go for more. So from a League SBC, there's no Super League SBC out. Let's have a look at this Wanfran. Is he going for a lot? It's going for around 1,500 coins, 1,400 coins. We can sell him on for some coins. I'm going to take that right now because there isn't a League SBC out for this card at all. He's a nice nationality, he's Spanish. We'll sell him on, we get 1,300 coins back for the grind, and that's going to help us to complete, get a few players for the Liga MX SBC. And that would have been a player that we packed from the Liga SBC grind we just didn't look at and check his price. And obviously, if there's a card like this, for example, he's only 400 coins, the League SBC isn't out, you've got an option to take that profit or discard him and get them coins in. I would suggest just keeping him because he's a rare in the Turkish League. There's potentially a Turkish League SBC coming out for League SBCs when the final ones come out. I wouldn't be surprised if there was one. If there's not, during other times, these rares go up to a lot more, and you can double your coins in them. So it's worth having a player like that in your club. But obviously, with a player that we just found, it's worth obviously keeping him. Same with this guy as well. Like 800 coins, we know there's going to be a guaranteed sort of La Liga SBC at some point. So you just got to pick and choose which cards you go for, whether it's bronze, silvers, or golds. And then obviously always use untradables in your player picks. If you haven't watched my video yesterday, I went into great detail of how you can grind these through your League SBC Grind and get them for a reasonably good price. Well, in fact, not even a reasonably good price. You basically get them for free by doing the grind and having fun and opening packs constantly and doing player picks. And it builds up your club to get loads of fodder to be able to do the SBC challenges that EA release in the live section here, or the icons, or whatever you want to grind towards. And it puts your club into the best position it can do, because you always have players in your club, you're always making profit for mass bidding, and you're always doing League SBCs to get packs, which improves your club because you could potentially get good players or fodder, and you're building coins up while you're doing so. So yeah, guys, bit of a long I felt like I didn't breathe throughout that episode, so hopefully I didn't go over that too quickly and it was easy to understand and digest. But if you guys have any questions, obviously let me know in the comments below. I'll always be happy to help you with anything League SBC wise, player picks, trading, etc. And I'll get a video out for you to help you out with your grind, or supply tips or tricks throughout my grind as and when I pick them up. And obviously each week they will slightly change depending on what EA release. So yeah, if you look at a title and it looks like it's repetitive to something that I've kind of spoken about a couple of weeks ago, don't be fooled. It's just that they do better in searches, and that the grind has basically been updated in terms of what that grind is for that week. And so I'll get the latest video out of how I'm doing certain things to grind my club to the max it can do while making profit and doing things basically for free. As long as you put a bit of time and effort in there, there's always an opportunity to make profit on these types of things that come out. So yeah, if you enjoyed this video, guys, please do subscribe to the channel as always, and drop a like if you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time. Peace.